Welcome back to my channel in part 2 of the leverage series. Remember, I said this is going to be a 4 to 5 week teaching on leverage and how to scale your business, because I believe that leverage starts with understanding leverage, but then understanding how it works. So that's what this video is about. So here's what I want you to take away from this video if you're watching me for the first time, is that most agents think help is the answer, help in the form of a person. But without structure, you're not really hiring leverage, you're just hiring confusion. So we want to make sure that we are getting into what does leverage actually look like in my business. And in the second part of this series, we're going to break down how to scale through leverage. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chizette Cowan. I am the CEO of Real Estate. I am a business coach, a business strategist, a consultant. I have helped countless agents running their business like a side hustle start operating their business from a CEO mindset. And today we're going to talk about a concept that I think will shift how you think about growth forever. It's called the leverage triangle. And it's made up of 3 parts in a very specific order. We talked about it in the last video: systems, tools, or people. However, the leverage triangle is going to show you how to build and scale your business without burning you out. So make sure you are subscribed, and let's get straight into this content. So point 1 is systems. Systems are the structure of scale. You don't build a business off vibe. You don't build a business off hustle. You don't build a business because you got the gift of gab and you know how to talk to people. Systems are your SOPs, standard operating procedures. They remove decision fatigue from your business and create consistency. Your business is going to grow and you'll make more money if there's less confusion, more consistency. Here's why most agents don't scale. They're hustling. They're reactive. A lot of times they're struggling with PTSD from being poor, so all they're thinking about is money. But there are certain things that you have to sit down and build. You can't fly this plane blindly ever. So systems are the base of your triangle. Systems are the foundation of your business. They're the step-by-step processes for how things get done. Your business would grow and change exponentially if you just looked at everything you did and had a step-by-step process of how to do it so that it was duplicatable and you did it the same way every time. So for example, when a lead registers, what happens? What happens when a buyer makes an offer? What happens when they go under contract? What happens when a closing is scheduled? What checklist do you follow? These checklists are your systems. But if I'm being honest, most agents skip this. They're hustlers. They're reacting instead of responding. They're stuck in chaos and they want to try to hire somebody to help them find their way out. That's not how it works, because the chaos exists in you until it doesn't. The systems help remove the chaos. I talk to people all the time. They're like, she said, I want you to help me create systems in my business. No, you have chaos in yourself. The business is a reflection of you. You have chaos because you don't have a system. The business being chaotic is just a reflection of what's going on with you. If you will take the time to build the system, then as I have the whole thing laid out in my blueprint program. There are people in the program that still won't take the time to build the system. They got the blueprint on how to do it. They still can't find the time to slow down and build the systems. Here's the thing. People can't fix chaos. The only way you fix chaos is through structure. I want you to hear my heart on this, because I push for systems, and a lot of times on my YouTube channels and the free content spaces, I don't get to go as deep as I want to, but I don't think people understand you should not be confused in your business. You should not get up every day and not know what you're doing. You should have a systematic way that you're making money, a systematic way that you're doing things. Why? So that you are able to grow it. The reason why people struggle in this is in their business period is because building systems takes time. I would say it's going to take you at least 6 months to 3 years to get foolproof systems in your business. You can execute in 6 months. Then you're going to tweak them probably every 90 days until you get it solid. And then by 2 years, really a year, it depends on how you're executing it, you should have that thing laid out. And then you amplify it, as I said in the last video, you throw gasoline on it with tools and you hand that over to a new hire. You give them a play to run. They have a playbook. I'm a sports fan. New England Patriots, let's go Patriots. Always been a Patriots fan. I'm from New England, and that's just what I believe is the best football organization in the world forever and ever, and I don't care. Don't debate me on this. But here's the thing. The players need a playbook to be successful. Imagine you hiring a quarterback and saying, hey, go be a quarterback. Even though they have experience being the quarterback, they have never played for this ball organization. What is our value system? What are our rules? What are our plays? That's why you have to give them a playbook. That's why you can't hire somebody to create something that you need to be creating. Don't hire help to fix chaos. Build systems and then hire help to help you build the business. The second thing we're going to talk about in this triangle is now that you have the systems in place, or should I say, once you have the systems in place, don't even focus on tools until you got a system. Tools help you execute a system more effectively. They help you amplify, automate, execute. Now that you have the system built, the next step in the leverage triangle is tools. Tools are what help you execute a system. Most agents are trying to find tools and then they keep changing tools because they're like, I don't like this one, I don't like this one. Well, you don't have a system. That's why you don't like that one. You don't know what you need until you have a system. Until I have a system, I don't know which tools I need. So stop chasing tools. Build a system. Tools are things like software, apps, templates, automation. It's the tech side of your business that help you run the play. Let me give you another nugget right here. Most people are wasting money on people. You don't really even need a person. If you get the right business, I know Gogo Becky. You guys probably know her. She's a social media influencer, a realtor. She runs her whole business on automation and leverage without people. She has no employees. Why? Because the system can be so tight. If you take the time to build it, you don't really need a person. That's what I'm saying. A person is a fix. A lot of times it's because you just don't want to deal with the chaos and you trying to, it's like a hit. You just want to hit it real quick so you feel good to say, I got a person helping me. That's not it, friends. That's not how you build a business. A lot of times you need a system and the system can do all the work. You really don't even need a person. You won't know that until you build it, though. You won't know that until you execute it effectively on a consistent basis and then amplify it with tools. Then and only then can you decide if you need people. For example, I send daily emails. I told you my email list is popping. I don't need anybody for that. I can do that all on my own within 1 hour a week. So if I wanted to build a business that just focused on that, like it wasn't people focused, I don't need to hire anybody. Now I hire somebody because I'm selling real estate. So the marketing part of my CEO coaching business, I outsource that. But if I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't need a person because there are so many automation tools to even write the emails for you, to even edit the videos for you. You don't need people. So again, when you're in chaos and the first thing you think is, do I want to hire a person? My question is why? You don't probably need to. All right, getting back to the tools. The things like the CRM, your email sequences, schedulers, transaction tools, AI. But the tools don't replace you. They replace repetition. They replace the things that you're doing consistently. If you find yourself doing the same task over and over again, which you won't really know unless you're documenting what you do. If you're flying by the CDO pants all the time, this language will take you somewhere else. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to people that specifically want to grow a business bigger than them. I'm talking to people that want to make more money in a month, in a day, in a week, in a year than they've ever made before in their life. I'm not talking to the hustlers that just are okay making a couple 100,000 here and there. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking about people that want to build something that when they leave this earth, it's still here, it's still functioning, it's still running. So if you find yourself doing the same things over and over again, that's a sign that a system exists. Because if you're doing it over and over again, it's a system, even if you haven't identified it as one. And that's a sign that it can be automated with a tool. And if you remember from the video last week, I said the purpose of leverage is to multiply output without multiplying effort. If I have an email automation, I can send that automation to 10,000 people at once. I've multiplied and increased my output, but it didn't, me pressing the button, whether with the 5 people or 50,000 people, didn't change. So it's going to help you do more. This is why I said tools are gasoline to your systems. Your systems have to be in place, and then the tools help it go to the next level. So this leverage triangle is systems, it's tools. And then the last one, the very last one, sometimes you don't even need this one, is people. But what we do is we start with people. A lot of times we think that if I am struggling in my business, then I need to hire a person. It's not. I need a system. You need a tool. People are the last because they execute the play. So once you have it in place, they're the people that execute it. Let's get into people leverage. So let's talk about what people are. You hire people after your systems are built and the tools are in place. They are your power players, but only when you give them a play to run. You got to give them a play to run. People should optimize and enhance, not create from scratch. You should be creating every system in your business. You need to figure out a time block. This is why your schedule matters. In the morning, you can work. In the afternoon, take 1 to 2 hours to build your systems, because that's the key to your leverage. The number one people quit or get fired is lack of clarity. Systems give you clarity. Systems clear up chaos. Give people a role, not a rescue mission. We're hiring people to come in here and be MacGyver to our business and duct tape all the bad things that we fail to implement on our own. That's not how people work, and that's why people hate their jobs. If you've been in corporate America, you probably agree with this. They're constantly having to fix things that somebody should have given them a system for. And it creates overwhelm in them, it burns them out, and then they want to leave. That's why they go get another job, right? If you can give them a play to run, then they can optimize it and enhance it. They'll do things with it that you never thought possible. So example, your VA should be following your SOPs, not creating them. They should be following your SOP for lead generation, not figuring it out on their own. People leverage isn't micromanaging. It's not babysitting. It's not winging it. You only micromanage if you don't have systems. If you have systems, you have predictable outcomes. You know whether people are doing their job because the system will show you. It will tell you. So this is super important, because this is where we're missing it. But this is the key to business, right? So when you hire people, take this. They should be stepping into clearly defined systems supported by the right tool and focusing only on executing those things, right? Most people burn out their hires, but I'm telling you this, a person that's good at what they do, they want clarity, and clarity lives inside your systems, not inside your hiring. People aren't leverage if you have to babysit them or if they have to build it from scratch. They're not leverage. They're band-aids. And we don't want band-aids in our business. Band-aids don't help us grow. So let's recap real quick, because this is one of the best things that I've ever done as far as series wise, because this is a mindset that you have to develop from day one. Systems give you structure. Tools help you scale. People allow you to step away. Let me say that again. Systems give you structure. Tools help you scale. People allow you to step away. That is the purpose of leverage. But too many agents are hiring people, quote unquote, leverage to fix a problem, when they really need to be engaging in this triangle. Real leverage isn't about delegation. It's about multiplication. Not about delegation, it's about multiplication. And it starts with building it in the right order. So I'm going to tell you this. It's time to stop winging it. The Blueprint program is about to go up exponentially, because all this new content is being added to it. It's going up exponentially in the next 30 days. You have 30 days to get in at the price that we're at now. It will double, maybe triple, because it's going to be a lot more hands-on, and we're going to start doing some done-for-you systems, because people just don't have the time to build it. There's a link to the Blueprint program in my bio, and I'm being honest with you. I want to say it's probably $4,000 at this point. That's cheap. to get started with systems. And you'll need to grow those systems, and I'll show you how to do that. But you need systems in your business. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. My name is Chizette Cowan. I'm the CEO of Real Estate. Hopefully, I will see you inside the Blueprint program. If not, I will see you next week at the next video.